Hello and welcome to another episode on Football Talk Podcast. My name is Ozzie and I'm your host for the show. Now, final match week just before the international break, which is a shame as I was really enjoying the games since the start of the season. But at least for today, we can discuss the talking points of last weekend's fixtures. And there's no other place but to begin. And that's with Arsenal versus Manchester United. And what a game it was. The game concluded 3-1 to Arsenal. Man United started positively, taking the lead as Eriksen threads the through ball to Rashford, who started up top, but in this instance, he attacks from the left-hand side, cuts it in and smashes it onto the post. Unlucky for Ramsdale, who actually got fingertips on the ball, but not enough to parry the ball away. But moments later, just as I got up to get a drink, Arsenal equalised with a great finish from Odegaard, and the Emirates go wild, as you can see on the telly. One of the big talking points was Havertz getting fouled in the box. Originally, it was given, but after the referee reviewed it on the screen with VAR, he waved it away. I actually thought it was a penalty. I'm not sure why it was overturned. Wan-Bissaka clearly trips Havertz from behind. Definite penalty, and United got away with one with regards to that challenge there. Then Manchester United thought they took the lead as Garnacho goes through one-on-one and slots in the back of the net, but his goal was ruled offside. Now, Ten Hag was unhappy with his decision, and to an extent, understandably, as it was a close call, but by the letter of the law, it would suggest that the goal was offside based on the lines that were presented by VAR. So I guess there's not much arguments with regards to that. But it was Rice, baby, with the equalizer. Honestly, Onana, for me, should have done better with the shot. I know there was a deflection from Johnny Evans beforehand, but it was a tame effort. It wasn't the most powerful of strikes. So I feel like the goalkeeper could have done better there. Just another point. Big Johnny Evans and Maguire as a central partnership. You'd think it's Leicester City 2018/2019, not in 2023. But hey, back to the game. It was Gabriel Jesus who gets the third goal. And what a great goal it was. Lovely finish as he sprints down the left-hand side, cuts inside to the box with Dalot sliding down with probably grass on his face. And Jesus hits a calm finish in the bottom corner. What a goal it was. And these are the moments that makes me think that Gabriel Jesus is actually capable of being a 20 goals a season striker. For me, he has that in his locker. Just needs to stay injury-free. I think that's always been one of his issues. But overall, a fantastic win for the Gunners. Commiserations for Manchester United, who actually showed some good moments during the game. But Arsenal beat them to the punch at the right time during the game. Some surprising comments from Ten Hag after the game. He doesn't take defeat very well, does he? Deluded for me with some of his comments, but then he's very public to criticize players like Maguire and Evans live on TV. And then at the post-match conference, says Sancho wasn't selected because of his performances in training, and that didn't grant him to even be selected in the squad. Now, for me, he's a bit of a weird manager. Happy to throw his players under the bus at any opportunity. The great managers that I've seen over the years, they normally take the heat for their players. In terms of current times, you've got Pep and Klopp that do it. And for Man United, reference their legend, Sir Alex Ferguson, would do the same as well. So with regards to Sancho, let's just talk from instance when he joined. For me, it was always a bad move for him to join a club that's pretty much been in turmoil for quite a while, and he hasn't really been respected or given a run of games to shine under any of the managers that he's played under. For his career, a move away would be the right call. If things are in a bad place right now where the manager refuses to even select him and asks him to train with the reserves or the youngsters, for example, don't be surprised if he's left with no choice and joins the Saudi League as their transfer window is still open. But if he can stay until January, maybe that would be the right time to seek a move away from the club, as there will be a lot of suitors for him in England, definitely, but also across Europe. So for me, the talent is still there. it's just not been nurtured to fulfill his potential, unfortunately. But that's how it goes, I guess, sometimes. Just before I review the next game, couple comments here. Ensman TV, bless up, bro. Have a great show. Thank you, Ensman TV, as always. Guys, make sure you follow Ensman TV. Does some great content. So just search for his name. I'll actually post a link after the show in the comments, so you can make sure to subscribe to his channel. Another comment from Eddie's Football Waffle. Big up, Ozzie. Can't believe your team's missed 4 turnaround. I'm trying to forget a United result. LOL. Yeah. You'll be getting nightmares, I guess, for the next few days. Also, follow Eddie's Football Waffle, another content creator there, doing some great stuff. Man United fan, but, we support all content creators on this channel. On to the next game. So, Eddie just referred to Liverpool in terms of the new midfield. So let's get into it. So what result it was for the Red Men? 3-0 to Liverpool. For once, we completed the game with 11 men on the pitch, and with no Van Dijk and Konate in the lineup, still kept a clean sheet. Shout out to Matip, and for me, especially Joe Gomez, who was fantastic in this game. And there were many other great performances in the game, to be fair. Dominic Szoboszlai, aka the boss, as I like to call him, scores his first goal for Liverpool on the 3rd minute as he drills the ball with his left foot into the corner. Amazing technique for the finish. And spoiler alert for you guys, there's more to come with Dominic Szoboszlai, as he will score a lot of goals this season. Mark my words. The second goal for Liverpool was an own goal from Matty Cash, who was on cloud 9 last week, scoring 2 goals. Unfortunately, it was back to reality as he hit the back of the net for the wrong side. Great movement by Núñez, who was causing havoc throughout the whole game. He also went close moments later. Unfortunately, hit the crossbar. Mo Salah got the 3rd goal from close range. Great flick by Núñez with the assist. Some said the Egyptian king was a bit selfish at times during this game. Now, on 1 or 2 occasions, maybe so, but the nature of his game is he's a goal scorer. So if he can smell an opportunity to score, he'll certainly take it. There's still rumors flying around with regards to a 200 million bid, 220, not sure what the actual figure is, from Al Ittihad. People reaching out to me, messaging me saying, "Oh, Oz, your club needs to accept the offer." Why? Just because it's 200 million? For me, we can't replace him right now. So as a collective, we're looking really great so far this season. So selling Salah right now isn't even an option for me. Plus that offer from Saudi will always be there. It will be there next summer and the summer after and the summer after. He's not going anywhere. So I think hopefully when that window closes, that rumor will go to bed. But I don't see any of further speculation with regards to Salah leaving the club anytime soon. Also, honourable mention to Trent, who started the game as captain, which was a proud moment for him and for his family. And he played some sensational football, great passing range. Played in a different role at times where he was actually playing right-sided centre-back, and then you had Matip playing right-back. So that kind of confused the opposition there. And dropping deep, but really being a great influence in the game. So tactically, that was a good strategy from the Liverpool team there. Hopefully, he's not suffered a long-term injury as he limped off in the second half. So fingers crossed it's nothing too serious and we hear some good news in the near future. Overall, a fantastic win. And what can I say? Liverpool are on smoke so far this season, and I'm all for it. Big question will be for me, what's my prediction for Liverpool? Well, tune in next week as all will be revealed. I will present my Premier League prediction in a dedicated show. So yeah, make sure to tune in for that. Just got another comment here from Double D. Thank you, Double D. Matic scored. Yeah, Matic scored. Did have opportunity. I think we had quite a few opportunities. We probably could have made that scoreline a lot higher than it was, but 3-0, clean sheet. I'll take that against a team that's on the rise. I think that's a good moment for Liverpool there. Next game, Manchester City versus Fulham, which ended 5-1. This was the old City type of performance, hitting 5 goals to beat their opposition, which was Fulham. First goal, great play by Haaland on the left-hand side to feed Alvarez, and he finishes the ball clinically. Fulham respond with an equaliser as Ream scored from close range. Ake scores a second goal for City, but it was a slight controversial one as Akanji was in an offside position and seemed to try to get a touch on the ball. I don't think he actually touched it, but because he made that attempt, I think it could have been chalked off as it impacted Leno's decision making with regards to saving the ball, and obviously he was in an offside position. But nevertheless, City got the goal there. Haaland gets the third goal for City with a great finish. He's a serial killer in front of goal, and that's why, quite arguably, he's one of the best finishers in the game right now. Alvarez is fouled in the box by Diop later in the game. Penalty decision, and yeah, no, no doubts about it. It was a clear-cut penalty there. Haaland steps up and hits the top bins. Second goal of the season. Now, can he make a hat-trick? Of course he can. He smashes in the bottom corner to make it his 7th hat-trick for Man City. Now, that is just simply an unbelievable stat. Overall, a comfortable win for Man City as they look like they're finding their rhythm now. So, scary thought for us rival fans there. Next game, Burnley versus Tottenham, which ended 5-2 to Spurs, and what a game it was. And a great away win for Spurs. It wasn't the greatest of starts, to be fair, as Burnley took the lead from Foster. Great run by Koleosho on the left wing. Son equalizes with an exquisite chip now. He's really enjoying playing that more central role. And for me, I think it really suits him. And my prediction would be he will score a lot of goals playing in that position this season. In the past, I feel like he's always favoured to play on that left-hand side, but maybe as he's evolved and matured as a player and he's more of a goal scorer now as well, playing the central role suits his game. And with no Harry Kane anymore at Tottenham and no replacement was brought in to the club, we've got kind of someone ready-made there. So I think that could be his long-term position at Tottenham there. Spurs get the second goal, and what a goal it was. You don't see a centre-back smashing the top bin from 25 yards. Lethal shot by Romero to give Spurs the lead there. But the third goal was matched, and it was spectacular. Fantastic strike by Maddison, who looks right at home in the Spurs t-shirt, playing some great football in recent weeks. Fingers crossed for him that he stays fit. That's always been one of his concerns. Son gets his second with a nicely placed shot under the keeper, and then finally gets his hat-trick later on with a left foot finish. Great pass by Poro with the assist. Poro looks like he's flourishing as well. He's been very influential and very sort of part of the setup as a playmaker on the right-hand side. So he looks like he's going to be a problem this season. Burnley get a consolation with Brownhill to finish the game 5-2 to Spurs. Another win for Big Ange there. Spurs look like an exciting outfit this season, and I'm sure the Spurs fans are ecstatic with life under the new manager. Next game, Brighton versus Newcastle. Spurs. Newcastle wasn't there, unfortunately. Big win for the Seagulls, who needed to bounce back after losing last week to West Ham. And it was always going to be a difficult game against Newcastle. Ferguson opens the score sheet from close range as Gilmore shoots from distance, but his shot was saved. And then around a 6-yard box, Ferguson manages to get the finish there. Poor goalkeeping from Pope, in my opinion. Ferguson scores his second goal from long distance. Again, poor goalkeeping from Pope. It was a long distance shot from probably like 25 yards, I'd say. But it didn't really have no real venom to it whatsoever. So maybe being a bit harsh, but I feel like he should have done better there. And then Ferguson gets his hat-trick as his shot hits the Newcastle defender and deflected into the goal. Callum Wilson gets the consolation goal for Newcastle in the end. But overall, a great win for Brighton. And what a day for Ferguson. Now, this might be an unpopular opinion for me, but I don't see the hype around Ferguson, unfortunately. I know he's a talented player and he's probably great for his age, but the way people are raving about him is like he's going to be the next Harry Kane. Not for me, unfortunately, but hey, I may be proved otherwise in the future. In regards to Newcastle, looking a bit shaky right now. That's their third defeat this season. 2 consecutive defeats as they lost to Liverpool last week. And yes, I know they've had a tough run of fixtures, but for me, they haven't really improved from last season. In fact, it's quite evident that they've overachieved So this season will be a big ask for Newcastle to retain their top 4 status. I've already heard whispers from certain fans about Eddie Howe already, his position being in question. I think it's too early to have that conversation. They need to regroup and go again after the international break, as their game on their return will be against Brentford, I believe. Just got a comment here from Double D, says, what? I think that's regards to my unpopular opinion there. Are we meant to get him when he was 16? Yeah, I know. And he's a finisher. I know, but it might just be the sort of hype around him that's, for me, is not really matching with what I'm seeing on the pitch. Don't get me wrong, it looks like a good player. Definitely is a good finisher. But yeah, maybe I've got to watch more of him this season to change that opinion. But right now, from what I've seen so far, for me, he's not at that level yet. Maybe in the near future, but remains to be seen. In other results, Luton against West Ham, which was ended with West Ham getting an away win at Kenilworth Road. Nice headers from Bowen and Zuma. And Luton also got a headed goal as well. It was their first goal at home through their player Anderson. So big achievement for I guess Luton in terms of scoring their first goal of the season, and a proud moment for the fan base as well. Sheffield United versus Everton ended 2-2. The Courier scores the first goal with a scruffy one. Archer gets the first goal. His second strike results to an own goal as it hits the back of Pickford's head. Danjuma gets the important equalizer. When I watch him play, I just think to myself, why did he join Everton? He's such a good player, and for me, deserves to be playing for a better team, respectively. But for Everton, he will be key to their survival this season. Chelsea versus Nottingham Forest. Nottingham Forest got the winning goal there, and it was Alanga who gets the match winner. I'm surprised Man United sold him this summer, to be honest. Now, I mentioned the unpopular opinion earlier on about Ferguson. I have another one now. So I actually think Alanga is a better all-round player than Anthony. And to prove my point, I actually believe Alanga will have a better season than Anthony. So in terms of goal and assist. So clip it, come back to me at the end of the season, and let's see who gets the higher tally between the two players. But in regards to Chelsea, or Billy FC as I like to call them, after spending all that money, still can't claim a home win against Forest, and your expensive signing Caicedo was at fault for the goal again. Now, as Ever would say, I love this game. Next match, Brentford versus Bournemouth, ended 2-2 as well. Crucial point by Brentford, who were 2-1 down, but Mbeumo gets the equalizer for Brentford in the 93rd minute. Jensen was the opening goal scorer for Brentford in the first half. Solanke and Brooks gets the goals for Bournemouth. In the end, a fair result. And the final game, Crystal Palace versus Wolves, ended 3-2. Palace get the win as all 5 goals were scored in the second half. Edouard hits a brace, and Eze gets on the score sheet. Hwang Hee-chan and Cunha get the goals for Wolves. But at that point, it was too little too late and wasn't enough to get any points whatsoever. Just got another comment here from Double D. I think Double D is still scratching it in terms of my comment about Ferguson. He's 18, you're being harsh. LOL. Maybe I'm being harsh. I feel like when a player's got that kind of hype, I need to see something where for me it's like, okay, fine, I see what everyone's saying, but I don't see it. So, we'll see. I'm not saying he's a bad player. I'm saying he's a talented player, but people are raving about him like he's the next big thing. I don't think he is, but I might be wrong. We'll remains to be seen. Before we conclude the show, I'll announce the FPL Manager of the Week, and that goes to Abdul Karim Usman, and his team name is Venom. Well done to Abdul Karim. You got 99 points this week. You had both hat-trick heroes in Double D's favorite player, clearly, Ferguson and Haaland in your team. So that definitely helped with notching up your tally there. With regards to the FPL table, we have a new leader. Shout out to Bamokun. Your team name is Rum Punch, and he also claimed 98 points, so he was very close to being FPL Manager of the Week as well. But those points actually helped him leapfrog all the way to top spot. We've still got Raphael Atfield, his team name is Praise Jesus, and Sebastian Tunick, whose team is called Papa Willock, remain in second and third respectively. In terms of my performance, I've got 88 points, which isn't too shabby at all, but slowly moving up the ladder. I'm in 33rd position. Still a long way to go, but hey, that is also a reflection of the season in general. So that concludes the show for tonight. So thank you to everyone for tuning in. Thank you to Ensman TV, Eddie's Football Waffle, and Double D for your comments. Appreciate your contribution as always. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. As it's International Week, there's no weekend football in the Premier League, but that doesn't stop the content on Football Talk Podcast. So this Thursday, I will be doing a Liverpool transfer window review show, and it's also a calling show. So feel free to tune in, or if you don't want to be on live, you can send your comments, and then we can take it from there. Also, next Tuesday, I'll be doing my Premier League prediction show, which I'm excited to present. And then next Thursday, we will resume back to our normal schedule, and we'll do a match preview of Wolves versus Liverpool. So lots of content coming up. Make sure to hit the notification button. Times are to be confirmed in terms of these upcoming shows. So the best thing to do is to follow me on social. So you can follow me at OzzieFTP on Twitter, or you can follow me at Ozzie.ftp on Instagram, Threads, and TikTok. So as always, guys, take care, stay safe, and I hope to see you all very soon. Goodbye.